And here we go. It's another Saturday and oh my gosh. I know I'm a bit later than usual today, but I'm so tired. I went to bed really late. I got out of bed really late. I did my laundry really late, and now we're doing the grid drive really late, so yeah, I also have to say I wasn't really looking forward to this. I know that this one wasn't made by Christy, and I don't know how to say it. I mean, thanks for making the drives, but I'm very concerned that we are going back to the northeast, which is the west area in Second Life. I don't know yet, I didn't test this one, but it's just, we have been to the northeast so many times with the drives of this person, and it's always been leggy. There's so many corners, and I don't know. I just really hope that they finally realized that there's a lot more landmass on Second Life that we can discover. Anyways, I've been shopping yesterday and I went to the market and thought, well, I only need some bathroom supplies and some cleaning stuff. And then I saw that something was on sale. And this is how it turned out. So yeah, my entire fridge is just full of berries at this point. And I'm loving it. Anyways, we are going right to the drive. And there we go. So the hut is equipped, and as I said, I really just hope that we are not again in the northeast. Let's see where we go. Nice. So we are basically at the opposite this time. We're usually over here, and this time we're in the entirely opposite direction, down in the southwest. That's a good start. Also, I don't think that I've ever been here before. Is this just a mole? It almost looks like an armadillo. But I think it's supposed to be a mole. Alright, we've been using the Marauder last time, so I really think that we are back in our usual car today. There we go. So, since I didn't test this, I have no idea what this is gonna be about. Oh my gosh. What a fantastic start. In case you missed the last stream, we downgraded Neck to the old Shiva 6617 because the newer versions of 7 Plus are just not usable anymore. At least not if you plan to drive around in the mainland. Then again, it seems kinda laggy again. You've got to be kidding. Oh my gosh, we're finally not in the northeast. But we are starting right at the corner. You can't make this up. This is an interesting area though. I don't think that I've ever been here before. Or if I have, then at least not many times. Oh my gosh. The last drive was quite interesting though. Which we have gone to the second Norway, which is a really pretty area in Second Life. Yet everything is a bit slower today, it seems. But I think I may have to restart my router as well. I haven't done it in a while, and even Elden Ring was quite laggy today. Or not today, it was yesterday. Yeah, the nights and the days kinda match together. I'm not really sure if I will be streaming it tomorrow or just edit a video, because I've been playing quite a bit offline and I recorded most of the big bosses. I also fought Malinia for the first time, which I don't even respect her at this point. She's just a stupid character with overpowered skills, but that is all she got. Like 4 of her 6 attacks are instant kills, what isn't really fun to fight against. Therefore she's not a real boss in my eyes. She's just a boss wannabe. I can see why people are struggling so much against her, because using just 4 of your skills as instant kills is absolutely insane. And it shouldn't be something that makes a boss hard, just because it kills you every time it hits you. And I still think that I did very good for my first time, and it only took about 20 or 30 tries maybe. Which is, I think that's pretty good. I didn't check how long it took, but it's maybe 40 to 50 minutes. I'm not sure though. I guess I find out when I make the video. I could potentially speed this part up. And I don't want to cut it out because it just makes it look false and wrong, because I certainly died a lot against her, but at least I can speed up the kills a bit. So it doesn't get boring, and sometimes I really just went in and she instantly spammed some of the instant kills and I dropped before getting 2 hits, and so yeah, it went kinda weird. But I also went against Radan and Margaret, or whatever you call it. And oh my gosh, these 2 guys were absolute pushovers. They died within seconds. And we also entered the crumbling assault area, which was kind of fun, I have to say, with my weapon equipped and the mimic tier in hand. It was quite easy. We downed all of the dragons at the first try. We even got rid of the, what is it called? The god skin duel, which was just the big and the skinny brother. Which they had a shared health bar and respawned, which was not even a big deal, because while I killed the big guy, my mimic tier already had the skinny dude at half health. And after that, they just respawned one after another instead of together. So this was a fast try and it didn't even last long. We literally steamrolled through these guys. So yeah, after this I think we went and we visited the god dragon with unspeakable name starting with a P. and parrots, whatever. And we also killed him first try. Yeah, I'm pretty good at killing dragons at this point. So after this we burnt the earth tree. And yeah, that's where we ended. We are literally standing at the ashes of the capital. But if I upload a summary, it's really just gonna be 2 bosses. Or maybe 3 bosses. I think I also recorded the Mockwood one. I'm not sure, maybe it's even 4 of them. But I have to say the end fight in the crumbling area of Azul was absolute peak. Not the first half, but the second one. I loved the armor and the swishy attacks and everything about it. And this, I'm not sure what he was called. Malekith or something? But he was so cool. The only issue with him was the health reduction. Because whenever he hit you, he put some kind of curse on you. Which was quite of a big deal because I died a few times on it. But I think we got him on the 3rd or the 4th try. And here we go. I wonder what's the big deal today. Some of the textures are just not loading. I'm pretty sure this isn't supposed to be glass. Oh, that's quite a long flight. Holy moly. Well, off we go. The problem is that I don't even see the runway. Yeah, the missing textures are really making this sort of hard. We're just following the other plane. And maybe not. Well, off we go. What can go wrong? Just singe and off we go. Using textures are not a good sign though. That usually means that the run is quite busy. And I have to say it went quite smooth so far. And I hope I didn't jinx it with this. Also, I'm not sure if I know the sponsor of this drive today. The name seemed kind of weird. Like, I haven't heard of them before, I think. Or maybe I forgot about it, I'm not sure. But it's definitely not one of the regulars, that's for sure. Then again, last time we got a bunch of barrels and pellets, so it can't get much worse than this. I can't believe they put such a long flight part in this. That's insane. As long as we don't encounter some security ops, I guess everything is fine. I usually prefer the drives that add some sightseeing to them, discovering places on the ground and looking at stuff because, let's be honest, flying around with this in the blue water and in the blue sky is like a little bit boring. This is pretty much like the transatlantic pilot simulator. Okay. A bit of a slalom flight. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there's another sin corner incoming. I don't like the sound of this. Oh, not another one. Okay. I think we managed to evade all of the troubles pretty well so far. This was still only about halfway through. That's crazy. Also, back to the laundry part. There's quite a handy trick to dealing with your laundry. So, if you get the stuff out of the washing machine and you want to hang it up, always start with your big pullovers and your pants, or maybe even your shirts. And whatever you do, don't start with any undies or with your socks or stuff like this. And the simple reason behind this is, if you take out the big parts, then the basket will look empty much faster. And this is signaling your brain that you make awesome progress. If you go and take out all of the small pieces first, your brain will think that, oh my gosh, I have already put up so many items and it's just not getting less. But if you do it the other way around, your brain thinks that you are so fast, then it feels so much faster and it becomes much less of an ordeal to put up all of the stuff. Just a little something that I found out later. So yeah, I always try to do it this way. Always the shirts and the pants first, and then slowly working towards the smaller items. Because let's be honest, once you dealt with all of the big ones, and the small ones are just a little ball that you can just throw over there, and then you're done. So even though this part was a bit boring, at least you learned something useful. Also, I can't believe that my last weekend was a long one. And my next vacation is only like 3 or 4 weeks ahead. That is such a long time. And not gonna lie, work is really stressful at the moment. And the system that we are using is not really made for our kind of product. So we have to rewrite major parts of the software, which is absolutely a nightmare. Especially when you're dealing with AI and you got like ChatGPT on the side and you're trying to code. And half of the time ChatGPT is just making up stuff. And if you point it out, ChatGPT goes like, yeah, but wouldn't it be so awesome if that existed? And I'm like, yeah, it would be awesome, but you know, it doesn't help if you make up stuff. Yeah, but at the end of the day, AI is still so helpful. Especially with newer versions and stuff, and you know, functions that you get added in later versions of libraries and just PHP itself. And ChatGPT got access to all of this stuff and can suggest functions that you never heard about. So instead of building this stuff yourself, you can just use one line of code and everything is working again. And that's so convenient. And it's also been very helpful when trying to build plugins and overriding existing code on the classes that we are using. That is just, it's saving us so much time because we don't have to look at all of the original code ourselves. I don't even see the landing area yet. Hello there, tower. We are coming in blind. Everybody take cover. Well, I guess we did it. Can't believe we survived this. Alright. So the next one is a road part again, it seems. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to drive already, but I'm pretty sure that we're just walking through the terminal first. Yep. This is one empty terminal. Oh, I remember this place. We usually take a break over here in this little bar. Almost there. This is an interesting terminal because yeah, they are there. They always got some really weird looking NPCs like this one. And they are just walking at the spot. It's looking really silly. So I guess we are too late for PO today. I'm pretty sure that she already finished the drive. So, which way do we go? Come on. Nice. Oh, there's another NPC. Yeah, there's usually 2 cops and sometimes there's even 1 or 2 more people over there. And I still don't really get why they even put them up. It's not like they serve any purpose. Oh my. Okay, the regions here are definitely more laggy. Probably have to drive a bit more careful over here. Not something that I am particularly good at. I remember this area from the first camping trip that we did. It was in one of the hills to the right side from this kind of airport we went through earlier. And there is some kind of road that is leading down and through one abandoned place. And after this there is like, I think it's 2 sims, maybe 4, with just a big rocky area and a lot of space to set up a camp. That was kind of fun, I have to say. Not like the space camp where the entire area was divided into like 3 sections. 1 above, 1 in the middle and 1 on the ground level. I think if you make the area too big and too many levels, then you don't really bring the people together. They just sit in their own little place and don't interact and don't see each other, and it's just not really the point of the trip. Well, I guess for some it is. Usually when we make some trips like this and multi-day camps, I'm usually the one setting up a food truck or something and use all of my prims just for this. Last time we actually had a bar, which was really fun. And especially nowadays with all of the sculpted mesh, you can save so many prims. So we are going to the Dyke Market Docks. I have no idea what area this is. And it sounds like the next leg is gonna be by boat. Oh my gosh. I didn't see the jump coming. That could have ended really poorly. Also, this is a one level ass bridge. Holy moly. Oh, the snow area. This is absolutely perfect. The weather over here has been so bad recently again. And if I say bad, then it's a mix of a lot of rain and way too warm. Which is absolutely nasty. I thought it was a funny looking Ultra Ball. Oh, speaking of Ultra Balls and Pokemon, I just recently heard that the Pokemon Company added some Mega Evolutions. And not gonna lie, they all look absolutely horrible. Especially what they did to poor old Dragonite. They just glued some freaking, I'm not even sure what it is. I think it's just really big wings onto the place where you would expect his ears. So now he just got some really floppy ears on his head. Which is awful. And all of the others that I don't really recall at the moment, they also didn't look good. I mean, the former ones already were kinda weird, but at least the Gengar that turned into a huge one with a big mouth, that still kinda made sense. But just a Dragonite with huge ass wings on his head, that is so stupid. They could have made it a really cool slender dragon with a scaly armor, or at least some shoulder blade scales or something. Nope, just some stupid head wings. Oh, and here's another funny fact. There's a second Pokemon card game which is entirely online, and it's called Pokemon Puppet. And they actually went and released a new set, and the two most rare cards in the set got a broken image. And this huge Pokemon company did not manage to fix this until I think it's 2 weeks since the release. That is insane. And it's also showing the disrespect they feel towards the people. As long as they pay, Pokemon doesn't give a shit. That is so insane. And it's also really sad. I am at the age where I literally grew up with Pokemon Red and Blue, and it's been such a big part of my childhood. And seeing the franchise just going downhill so much. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's still a very big fan base. A lot of people are absolutely simping for Pokemon, but they don't get what they deserve. And it's a shame. And instead of doing better, they are just filing lawsuit after lawsuit to get rid of competitors. Like Palworld and stuff. But it looks like Palworld is actually winning, which is very funny. Nintendo has already tried to pull out some really bad stuff, but still Palworld is still winning, it seems. And I think the controls on the car are no longer working. Let me just get out real quick. Okay, yeah, for some reason left and right is not working at all. And there we go, it's fixed. So yeah, I really hope that if they should win the lawsuit against Nintendo and Pokemon, that some of the changes that they made recently will actually be returned to the original. Like the pole spheres and riding your poles and flying with them. That is some essential parts that made the game really fun. And I don't see how Nintendo could claim to have any sort of right on a patent of mounting your monsters. We've been riding horsebacks and stuff since the early games. And it would really free up the entire gaming industry if all of these stupid copyright claims would just finally get smashed into the ground. And because they are just abused all of the years. Looking back, they held the thumb on so many projects and games. And there's also a lot of games including monsters and catching them and building up your town and training them, traveling with them, and even turning into them. So this will be some very interesting years that we are looking at. I think one of them is called Amiibo, and there's a lot of them that are still in early access, or they just released some, what is this? Okay, just an oversized Rita, I guess. So yeah, there's a lot of early access stuff, trailers of games that are coming, and they are looking so much fun. I still got a lot of Souls-like games to play though. After we're done with Elden Ring, we got Lord of the Lost or something. I don't remember the exact name, but it's something like this. Lords of the Fallen, I think. Yeah, that's pretty close. Close enough. I think it's supposed to be also a Souls-like, pretty much like Elden Ring has been, but then again, if you watch my Elden Ring streams, I pretty much broke the game. I'm not even kidding, I literally broke the game. We started and went right to the castle, somehow bonked our way through the bosses, and instead of traveling through the lake behind the castle, we got teleported to sail it. And in case you don't know what this means, right next to the starting area is literally hell, which obviously I did not know on my first playthrough. So instead of going back to the lake and enjoying the landscape and eating some jellyfish and maybe some crabs and fish, we went and cleared all of the endgame area. So, as you can imagine, once we returned to the actual story, we were very badly overpowered. But we are pretty much at the end game right now. So this game is... we're still overpowered. There's no need to sugarcoat it, but we bonk everything to death. Especially since the weapon that I'm using is a big lance. And it daggers the enemies so much, it's so much fun. I stab them, they stagger. I stab them, they stagger. I stab them, and they are dead. This is also why most of the bosses are such literal pushovers. There's an item which makes a clone of yourself. It's called the Mimic Tier. So I got some endgame armor, I got some really overpowered weapon, and I think I'm level 158. So if I clone myself, that is two broken people that at this point we just bully the bosses. But I've heard that in the Ashley capital will be another big boss, which is actually respectful. At least I hope he will be. Guess we find out. And once we have beaten Elden Ring, we'll be playing Lords of the Fallen. I'd also like to play the DLC Shadow of the Earth 3, but the DLCs are just way too expensive. So I'm just waiting a bit longer, maybe till Black Friday sales or something. And if they are on sale, we can continue on the land between. Also, I can't believe how smooth the drive was so far. Even with corners and crossings and all of this. And we're almost at the docks. What is this? Hey, buddy, you can't park there. Nope, that's not the one. That was one very misleading error. This is a nice area because there's also a big kind of geisha training area down below, which is very neatly built together. So whenever you are in this region over here, make sure to check it out. They are pretty open to visitors as well. Okay, we should be almost there. It's just really getting a bit difficult because of the road missing. There we go. Here the sign saying drive slowly. Oh, they are really signing this. Interesting. The last time we came here there was a big kind of tube that you really had to hug along in order to make it down. But they broadened it pretty well. And we are done. Okay, a small to medium-sized boat. Well, here goes nothing. I just want to be a bit slower over here because I think there's some security orb action going on. I definitely don't want to get teleported home. Okay, there we go. So there's another corner. We're not taking it though. Oh, I think we are moving towards the northwest. That would be nice. Maybe we end pretty close to my home. The Port Carlita docks. Doesn't really ring a bell, but I'm pretty sure that's the ones below the airport. Especially considering the distance. 1,000 meters isn't really much. Yeah, I think there's at least 2 more sims. And then we reach the airport. Okay, I didn't see this coming. I've never done here. Oh my gosh. Wait, which ones are it? There's so many dots over here. I think it's probably this one. Ah, gosh dang it. What the heck? You're not escaping. So, as I said, we are at the northwest right now. Yeah, we definitely can hear a lot, but usually we are parking at the front entrance. I don't see any tunnels. Did I miss something? Oh my gosh. I wasn't aware that we are right next to a crossing. And this is a nasty one, oh my gosh. Interesting. Though I have to say that I was aware that there's some kind of channels down here. I just didn't think that there would be much of a structure to connect it to them. Yeah, this seems to be more like a sewer system or something. Oh no, it's the crossing again. Okay, there's just a broomstick on the ground. Why not? Nope. I freaking knew it. I'm guessing that we're going to this place over here. I'm not sure though. Oh, we can press down when we are done. I knew this was sewers. Honestly, I kinda wanna know what's behind this. Okay, just a disco ball in the middle of the sewers. Why not? Nope, we can't flood them. A crystal mine, interesting. I kind of feel like we've been here before. Maybe not. Okay, let's continue. But hey, we found a crystal mine. That is pretty cool. Oh, there's so many people here. And on we go. Bye bye. Okay, that was not half bad. I expected the crossings to be much harder. The guy on the bike just came flying by. I saw it on the minimap. Oh, this is quite the distance, I just realized. Almost, yeah, 6 minutes, I guess. It would be 5, but the crossings are really bad. So I'm driving a bit more careful today. Holy moly. Yeah, so much for sightseeing. I'm basically seeing nothing. Alright. Again, I have to say the drive today was rather smooth. When we were driving with the version 7 viewer, that was a nightmare. So I can really just advise anybody who wants to drive on Second Life, rather get an older viewer. The 6617 was one of the most stable versions. And as you can see, it's almost flawless. It is sometimes a little bug where you have to reset the mesh on some people, but that is only an issue if you are using Tails. And half of the people in the group don't wear Tails. I guess you basically lose out on the PBR texture support, but again, I don't think that's a big deal. And considering just how more smooth this viewer is, that is not a price I wanna pay. Okay, so we are going to Chinese Landing, which is, I think, the sponsor of the drive, and again, I have never heard of them before. So maybe a fast timer, that would be nice. And the drivers of Second Life are always happy if someone is interested in either sponsoring a drive or just making a drive as well. And in case you are interested in making a drive, you don't have to be the sponsor yourself. You can be, but you can also just make a drive and end the drive at another place where someone else is sponsoring it. So if any of this is of interest, make sure to contact Christy. And there's also benefits in making the drives and sponsoring them, because you gain access to the posting rights of advertising inside of the group. So that is not a big deal, I think. I just thought I missed a turn or something. The naughty and sexy street, oh my gosh. What an invite. Also, I'm pretty sure that we are in the northeast again. These signs that we just passed, they are pretty standalone for this area. But I can't really complain, we did a lot of the drive in different areas. Hey there, Pio. I can't believe you are still up. Isn't it already super late for you? There are so many messages popping up. Okay, just a trolley in the middle of nothing. Very interesting. Oh, I remember this ring over there. We tried to make a looping earlier, but definitely didn't work. Wait a second, did I just miss a turn for real? I didn't even see this road. Oh man, I thought we were driving to the ranch. Okay, there's another turn. I'm guessing it's this one. Yeah, driving a bit more carefully today was really... Okay, no turn here. It was really paying off. Also, I still absolutely love this vehicle. And don't get me wrong, the Stratos is a nice car and all, but the Super 80 is just awesome. What the heck? Okay. So I'm guessing that this area is pretty much tanks and sci-fi vehicles. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have come closer to this. Now I have to make this unrecognizable after. Okay, let me just see if we can test the vehicle over here. This just looks like a sky archipel of some sort. And there's also damage enabled, so I don't feel like jumping down. Okay, we are going home and test the vehicle there. Also, there is some news regarding Akamori Town, which used to be Hiraya Town. And the first news is that I got a new neighbor, which is a public hub with a street connection to the trains over here. And it's connecting right to the town over there. And as I said, it's a public hub, and it's also for noobs and for beginners. They are pretty chill. But the biggest update that we got is not the lag. It's that the mayor of Akamori Town finally bent and made the road a lot more spacious. Because before all of the roads were just this size over here. And now we got some actual driving space. Okay, let's check out the stuff. It's a Porsche. Oh, this is new. Why do we not have racing rights over here? Okay, let me just go to the next hub then. I'm pretty sure that... yeah, there we go. This looks like a Stargate. It is a Stargate. Okay. Oh, this is just a hull, I think. I'm not sure if this is a... oh, it's actually the vehicle. Okay, interesting. It's very, very loud. And makes very strange noises. So it's PBR, and this viewer doesn't support PBR. What the heck is going on with the noises though? That's insane. Also, I can't turn to the left or to the right. This thing doesn't even sound like a car. This just sounds like... I'm not sure, like an arcade or something. How do you steer this? Is this a mouse vehicle? Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh my god. Oh my freaking god. This is insane. I think I have just been sitting in the middle of a flipper machine. This is literally the sound of arcade games and flipper machines. And they are so loud, it's insane. It's a funny looking vehicle though. But the sounds are definitely killing me over here. Also, I have to say, I don't really like mouse look cars. That is okay for some stuff like airplanes or stuff. But on the road, oh, I don't know. Especially with all of the beeping and other kind of sounds in the background. That is a mad vehicle over here. But I guess if you really like the sounds of really loud arcades, then this is probably a nice vehicle for you. So let's check out the new update to the town and then we call it a day. I think they just updated majorly the area around the station and the biggest streets. Also, hey there, Flip. You've got some really bad timing again. You always come in when we are about to end the stream. How did I even do this? I'm so talented. Yeah, well, the drive is literally over, so... That's really some unfortunate timing. So this is the area that usually connects to the back street over here, which is very, very narrow. But as you can see, they changed the area down here quite a lot. So now you can just straightly drive through here. And this used to be a little forest area, which I think they still kept some of it. But not too much. There used to be another Stargate over here somewhere, which they probably kept over there, I'm not sure. But if you go to the left, you get back to the main road, and over there is also Yorkie's airport with the bus pilots over there. And there's Yorkie's bar. And over here you can see that the bigger roads stretch all the way down, which is very, very nice. Also, this is a funny area because you can drive some really fun slalom over here, which I think they removed. Oh my gosh. I can't believe they removed it. This was one of my favorite parts of the town. Well, that is just sad. Absolutely sad. Yeah, and I have no idea what this is. Just looks like a hub or something like this. Not even sure if this is still part of the town. But I'm pretty glad that we got a bigger road over here. Especially connecting to my home. You've probably seen how nasty it was to drive around. Oh yeah, it's still over here. And there's the Stargate. And this is also new. Last time they had a point where you would just drop down and die. I definitely like the decoration. Well, what do you know? That's just the same little shrine that I got. But it's pretty empty inside. Well, they are still working on the area. They got a very big project. And I'm also very, what do you call it? Grateful to them, because the mayor actually bought the land that I got over here, which is this block and the block behind the shrine, all the way over here. So all of this land is part of Akamori town now, and I think they wanted to make a bit of a road connection or something. And this is probably gonna be a walkway, or maybe just they keep it like this, I have no idea. But since this is part of Akamori town, this is gonna be most likely turning into a road, which would be really nice. Anyways, that's all for today's drive, and a little update on the situation over here. If you have never been here before, this is right over here on this little continent. It's in Cisneal 15175-61. Alrighty, and with all of this said, it's time to wrap up the video, and I still have some editing to do for tomorrow. I hope that all of you guys enjoyed the drive and the video, and you have a really nice rest of your day. And if you enjoy the content, please consider to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and it also helps you not to miss the next one. Alrighty, that's all from me. Have a nice one. Bye.